We're testing. We're going. And we are live. Indeed, we are live. And, you know, it is interesting day. Interesting recap. The most, I don't know what to say, type recap. But, hello, Alex. We're doing good. We're looking good. Well, maybe not fully good, but yeah. The game itself, we know, 24-10 final score. I'll go briefly over what happened in that game. Sad times. Sad times. Play the sad music. Sad music. But in the game, defense, Brian Flores' defense did his job. Defense finally coming together. Offense without Justin Jefferson was moving, was high flying. In the passing game, at least. Running game, still need to get Cam Akers some more touches because Alexander Madison, he ain't RB1 worthy. But that's just my and a lot of other Viking fans' opinions. Kirk Cousins went 23 of 31, 274, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He played most of the game. If he would have played the entire game, could have had a 300 for the day. And Jaron Hall went 3 of 4, 23 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. KJ Osborne was the leading receiver. 8 catches, 99 yards. TJ Hawk, 6 catches, 88 yards. Even Jordan Addison, 7 catches, 82 yards and a touchdown. Whew. Doing great. Jordan Love, not the great. I mean, we held their Packers leading rush was Jordan Love for 4 carries, 34 yards. Jordan Love, 24-41. I know it wasn't all on Jordan Love. He did have the 1 interception, 220 yards, 229 yards, a touchdown, an interception. We got the Packers 4 straight 3 and outs, which was cool to see the defense do that. Yes, I understand first half Packers offense, all that, but everything considered, holding the Packers to 10 points just in general, we could have. If it wasn't for some mistakes, we could have held the Packers to nothing in the first half, but the penalty, that was a little bit of a stinker right there, but it is what it is. Probably our biggest problem yesterday, of course, besides injury and all that, was one hello Bob and hello Luke. Our biggest problem, honestly, from yesterday was, and I hate to say this, I really, really hate to say this, but it is Greg Joseph. Greg Joseph, was a big, big oof yesterday. That was probably our biggest, if we're talking about, in terms of playing. Of course, we'll get to the Kirk Cousins stuff in just a moment. That was the biggest oof of yesterday. Only going 1 of 3, only making a 25-yard field goal. Had a kick blocked, and that was returned for a good gain. It was just bad kicking day for Greg Joseph. And, we need to bring in some competition because he plays better with competition. And so, yes. Hello, Zach. Hello, Zach. Yes. Eventually, you guys hopefully will overtake the Packers for third. But yeah, it's the worst win of all time. This is the worst win of all time. Danielle Hunter had a sack. DJ Wonnum had a couple sacks. We had 4 sacks total on them. Packers toward the end of the game, really, I mean, they did finally get pressure toward the end. Preston got a couple sacks. Kenny Clark got a sack. One of those sacks, of course, being the one ending Kirk Cousins' career. Well, season, I should say. I said career, but who knows? Who knows? It could be career, could be season. It could just be season, could be career. I don't know. I honestly don't know how long it's going to take for him to recover. But he's a resilient dude. So we'll see. We shall see. A little too evil to hope. Should we bring back Case Keenum? I don't know. Should we call the Texans up like, hey, Case Keenum? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But, overall good dominant performance by the Vikings yesterday against the Green Bay Packers. Offensively and defensively, Jordan Addison showing that burning Jair Alexander. That was amazing to see. Justin Jefferson, did it the first week last year, and of course Jair did that at the end of last year also. So he was sort of one there. That was but it was good to see Jordan Addison just doing his thing. And we won 3 straight without Justin Jefferson. So now we're going to bring up a new obstacle now, especially for next week, since we're not going to have Justin Jefferson for one more game, and we're not going to have Nick Mullins. So it's going to be probably going to be Jaren Hall's season. But so with the news, of course, today, Kirk Cousins had the MRI done at Twin Cities Orthopedic Center, and it was confirmed to be a tear. And yeah, its season's gonna be done. Kevin O'Connell has not ruled out getting a quarterback. Him and Kwesi Adofo-Mensah are going to be in these next in less than 24 hours until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. Going to be going to every team and seeing what could work, what could not work, how much are they willing to trade. Who knows? It just needs to be an affordable option if we do trade for somebody. But next week it will be Jaren Hall. Even if we do get somebody, it's going to be Jaren Hall. We want to see what's going to happen, what we can have in Jaren Hall, but it's going to be to get someone else in there as well, just in case that doesn't work out. And since we won 3 straight, we do have momentum. This team is still wanting to fight. We have all the weapons. But we shall see. There's not many options really out there right now. This is not like 2016 when we lost Teddy Bridgewater and there's a Sam Bradford right there. So options are limited. Options are very limited right now. Probably, I mean, people are saying Ryan Tannehill. I don't know about that. I really am not interested in. I'm not really interested in that. I mean, Tom Brady, if you're there, give help. I wouldn't. I mean, if Tom Brady were to win a Super Bowl with the Minnesota Vikings, that would be. You have to call him the GOAT, even if you don't have him called him the GOAT by now. You would call him the GOAT if he were to join the Vikings. I mean, we shall see. We shall see what happens in regards to that. But I mean, who else? Teddy Bridgewater. If tonight, Jared Goff hopefully stays healthy and all that, gets through healthy. Maybe it would be a lot, but maybe we can trade for Teddy Bridgewater like we did TJ Hawkinson last year. So it's not out of the realm of possible. It's not out of the realm of possibilities in regards to that situation, but I mean, I'm going to give Jaren Hall a chance. That's the only thing I can really do at this point. I've thought about it. Just give Jaren Hall a chance. You put him in. You have a great situation. You have weapons in Addison and Hawkinson, and Justin Jefferson's going to be coming back after the Falcons game. So why not? Why not? I mean, just try him out. The best possible scenario is Jaren Hall could be that dude. He doesn't need to be like him, but he just needs to be a serviceable quarterback. Maybe we can rack up some wins. Maybe he still stay in that 7 seed where we are right now. But who knows? I mean, there are other options. If not, then we shall. I mean, then we roll with Nick Mullins if we don't trade for anybody. So really, and I don't want to hear anything about Sean Mannion. I do not want to hear anything about Sean Mannion. Because Sean Mannion's on the practice squad right now. I don't want Sean Mannion to start a game, to be in a game for the Vikings this season. I just don't. We already tried that. Doesn't work. That when Kirk missed with COVID, we can't do that. This is going to be a big test for Jaren Hall against a Falcons team, stingy Falcons team, I shall say. But I do think it still will be a 1-score game. I went from I don't know what I'm going to predict tonight. I'm making my predictions data right now, and I'm like, I don't know what to predict for the Vikings-Falcons game. Obviously, you don't know what Desmond Ridder you're going to get. You don't know what Falcons team you're going to get. And this Brian Flores defense is rising up. So who knows? Who knows? Because for the most part, A.J. Dillon was the Packers' leading receiver for the most part, but Jane Reed toward the end got ahead in receiving. So we shut down the Packers very well. We shut down the Niners for the most part. And the Bears. 3 straight good performances by the defense. Even the Panthers. I know some of those are just easy opponents, but the Flores. I think this defense is keeping us competitive. Is keeping us competitive at least. But yeah, it's just a lot of options. Jimmy Garoppolo, Ryan Tannehill. As I said, Kyler Murray. No, especially not Kyler Murray. I don't want Kyler Murray. Well, Jimmy is starting with the Raiders, but unless they go with or no, I don't know. Jameis Winston, I don't know. Mike White, who knows? All I know is that we are gonna hopefully get somebody. It's probably gonna be a veteran, one of the veteran backups. Do we get a Marcus Mariota, Jacoby Brissett, as I said, Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater? Case Keenum. That's, I know, 2017, blah, 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 blah. I really do think that Case Keenum would be one of the better options to choose from. I'm not just doing based on nostalgia. I'm just based on what we can probably get. I think Case Keenum or Teddy Bridgewater would be the 2 best options. Mike White maybe be like a 3rd option. But that is sort of what I'm thinking. I know there's like Carson Wentz. Oh God, Carson Wentz. Yeah, but either way, it's gonna be Jaron Hall against the Falcons, regardless whoever we bring in, because they're not gonna whoever we bring in is not gonna learn the playbook that quick. So it will be Jaron Hall against. Would rather lose but have Kirk. Exactly. I'd rather have lost to the Packers than and keep have Kirk but then to win and lose Kirk. That's just how it is. I can't. I can't. I just it's just hard. This is I just hope that we can stay competitive. And this could be the last game in purple that we see for last game of Kirk Cousins in his Viking career. Could be, who knows, like this could be his entire career depending on how he recovers from this injury. So I do want to say this though, if we are getting on this, since we are going to go get to this level now, Kirk is, throughout my Vikings fandom, I've been through the rounds of quarterbacks. I saw Brett Favre, um, great for a year. You know, I saw the Ponders, the Donovan McNabbs, the Tavares Jacksons, the Matt Castles, um, you know, all that, Josh Freeman. I mean, the list can go on and on and on and on about all these quarterbacks. And you know, Teddy Bridgewater comes around like, okay, we got a franchise quarterback. And then after the 2015 season where we should have, beat the Seahawks, goes down with an injury, and that was never the same. We got Sam Bradford. That was a little Band-Aid. We thought it was going to work, and then we collapsed. Yes, losing quarterback is more impactful. And then we got Case Keenum, and I thought Case Keenum would be the answer, but the organization was like, no. Our organization was like, no. And then we got Kirk Cousins, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is the final piece that we made the NFC Championship. Maybe this is what we need. And at first, the first couple years, things weren't really clicking that well. And then when Kirk started to get better, the Mike Zimmer defense started to get worse. So it's sort of like the defense was still good, and the Kirk couldn't get match up, and then things just started to go the other way, where Kirk was getting better and better and better, but the defense kept getting worse and worse and worse until we got to the low point of last year. And of course, Kirk Cousins has been my quarterback for the last 6 years. This is the 6th season now. He has taken over the world. Especially last year, Kirk O'Chain's quarterback documentary. He's just, he is a weird dude, but he's just always been so consistent. And this year, it looked like he was at his highest of highs, and he was on top of the freaking world. He was playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And then this happened. And we can't have good things. We just can't have good things here. So it just sucks. It really, really, really sucks that we cannot have good things. So, because the offense this year I'm saying this. If the offense was playing good, defense is playing good. Defense was playing good as well. Defense was playing better as well. And this team was playing better than last year. I don't care, record and all. We were fluking a lot of those. We were getting lucky in a lot of those wins. This defense is competitive with Brian Flores is what he's working with. This offense was Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, that duo amazing. One of the best in the NFL. They are gonna hopefully compete with the Tyreek Jalen Waddle duo as well. They're at least top two wide receiver duo in the NFL right now, in my opinion. Maybe we need some more. We might need some more time, but this is just me, talking right now. It's just everything was going right. I mean, maybe not the running game. If we get Cam Akers some more touches, maybe that would be like the perfection. But everything was just going right, and this had to happen. I know I can't take it to Koberg. He's a dad, but a QB, great leader, doesn't deserve. He was playing at that level. He was playing almost to that level. If we would have gotten some more wins, some of those losses wins, he would have been currently in that MVP. He might be in the MVP conversation. He almost has the same amount of yards as Tua, and I think he's tied for touchdowns with Tua. So he was literally close to, maybe just behind Tua in regard to his pace this year. And it just sucks. It just sucks to life. And I've never had a stable quarterback for this long before. And to see now that we're probably going to we might go on the quarterback carousel again, it just would suck. It just would suck. I mean, and the thing is, this is not just about Kirk Cousins. This is about Justin Jefferson as well. And, Justin Jefferson wants to know who his quarterback's going to be, who's going to throw him the ball. And if Jaren Hall doesn't turn out well for the rest of the season, especially if we don't trade for a quarterback in these next less than 24 hours, if Jaren Hall doesn't do well or whatever quarterback, Justin Jefferson might not want to stay. Because I think it's much more than just the money at this point, because we put a record offer out for him, but I think he just wants if it was about the money, we'd have heard it would have been about the money. I really do think, and this is sort of what I've been hearing some reports saying, it's just who's going to throw him. He wants to make a legacy. Who's going to be throwing him that Brock? So I know maybe this is just emotion right now, but Kirk uses sweet and so respectful to everyone. Great. Kirk means a lot to his organization. They don't even ain't over yet. Maybe Flores will see something great in this team and stay. Hopefully. I'm hoping he stays for one more year, because I think that will take it to the next level. We can get those players. It's just amazing. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. So say what you want. I want Kirk Cousins. I think with the way he was going this year, I would be fine. I would be fine, because having a good, stable quarterback is not easy in this NFL. It's just not. It is not. Unless the Vikings, somehow were to get up and somehow trade up in the draft for like a Caleb Williams, Drake May, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I know eventually going to have to find that future quarterback, even if we don't extend Kirk Cousins, but he's still got some good years left in him. Still got a good 35 right now. He's going to be 36. I think he might have a good 3-4 years left. I think I know. They looking good. It's chef's kiss. And Kevin O'Connell has been doing much better now. Play calling has been doing he's had to go outside his box and like, okay, not force a Jefferson. So I think his play calling with Jefferson being out, it's sort of, even though it sucks, he had to be inventive, and Kevin O'Connell has done that perfectly. I don't care what anyone says. I want Kirk, and I always have wanted Kirk. Bring him back, running back with Jettas. Just do it again. It's not easy finding a stable quarterback. It's not easy finding a stable quarterback in this NFL. Great. Yes, Kirk. Colby, you didn't hear the news? Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles against the Packers. He tore his Achilles against the Packers. He's out for the rest of the year. Yeah. So this is big. This is big. I want emotions right now, but I want Kirk Cousins back. I do. I really do. Just run it back. Run it back. I want Kirk back. I want him back. As of right now, I want him back. If Jaren Hall does ball out, okay, that's fine. But I want Kirk Cousins back, at least for one more year, because we were robbed. We were robbed for sure. So, yeah. Bring him back. Bring him back. If Jaren Hall does amazing, though, we'll have a different discussion later on. But bring Kirk Cousins back. I hope for the best for him. Bring him back. Of course, tonight we got Raiders-Lions. Going to be, of course, cheering for the Raiders to win. So, yeah, I know, Vikings Productions. Cheering for the Raiders to win because, got to keep those hope alive. We don't know we got Jaren Hall. We got to believe in him. Unless the Vikings make a move before 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, yeah. But thank you. Yeah, go Raiders tonight. But thank you all for watching. We'll be doing some Vikings-Falcons Madden with probably an update on it with Jaren Hall. Ugh, I'm not ready. I'm gonna have to play. Oh no. I'm gonna have to play Madden with Jaren Hall. Oh no. Who knows? But there's 6 minutes left till the start of that game. I'll let you guys get prepared for that. So, yeah. But thank you all for watching. This has been Adam, also known as Minnesota Vikings Man 28. All love for Kirk Cousins. All love for my man boy Kirk Cousins. Our boy Kirk Cousins for the Viking fans out there. And as always, Skull. And yeah. I'll see you all at a later point. Oh, for predictions late after the game.